in regards to like, so when you're imagining the like when you're imagining
this world where all this shit makes sense.
No.
Where do you
these characters are like, if they're around the time period, they're the evolution of humans, right? They're the distant ancestors maybe of humans. So like when you're imagining like the technology that, or even the aesthetics, I'm saying like just from a storytelling point and from like a practical, how you would imagine creating the set type of point. How do you imagine something so futuristic? Like what does your thought process go into as far as like imagining something that's like that futuristic, like that's so intensely in the future? Is it something where you're just like, all right, I'm going to take some properties of what we understand now?
It's just all in my head. I can see it. That's the thing.
What does that mean for you? It. That's because I'm from a practical standpoint. So
it's
like,
tough.
What does set design
that's
look
why,
like?
That's why I brought it up. Like? Was
so
like
complex.
That guy at the gym, that's my point, is maybe I need to write. That was basically why I even dove into it, was like, it's that complicated and I haven't even got out of the first act. And so like, I do know what I want it to be, which is a 4-part feature series, right? Quadrilogy. And that's it. Like, that's it.
So you're still building into that. Still reading.
Well, it's world
into
building.
And thinking,
it's like, it's tricky because like Tolkien and Game of Thrones are complete worlds that now these people who own intellectual properties like Amazon bought the whole Tolkien thing, which is why they made the Rings of Power, and that's the most expensive show ever made to date. Billions. Yeah, Rings of Power, which is like Lord of the Rings, and they just like, okay, well, let's tell the story. As far as I understand, let's tell the story about how the elves first made the rings and Lord of Sauron, and how because Tolkien mapped all this stuff out, because you have to be able to thoroughly tell a story superficially, which is why it's going to be so good. Because I'm not going to get into all this. I'm explaining all this to you because it matters to the screenplay to describe it. But when you watch it, it's going to be like a fucking river of gold flowing. You'll be like, why does that look amazing? It's because gold is never molten.